Welcome to Fast Cars, Fast Girls with Abby and Molly.
Season 3. It's episode 10. Oh shit, cars are about to be on track at the IMS.
Oh, girl, I am ready. Ready.
Cannot wait.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm already, as Tim would say, in the no focus zone.
Oh, yeah, it's been real bad.
Yeah, no, I went ahead and let everybody at work know. I was like, hey, just want to put it out there. If we're slow and there's somebody that you need to not come into work this Thursday, that'd be great. Or, any day next week, which, I do get off early, so I'm still going to get to the track each day. But I was like, if you didn't need me to come in at all,
that'd be baller.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have as many days completely off as I'd like. But yeah, I put the word out. I'm like, pretty much, the next 2 weeks.
Go ahead and
any day that you need somebody to not come into work, that person can be me.
I don't think I'll get to say that to my office, but
I don't think that works for your job.
No, I want it to.
It'd be nice. It is one of the few benefits of nursing is that if there aren't enough patients for all the nurses here, some of us get to go home.
I will be teleworking from the IMS. I will not be able to hold conference calls. Because it'll be like this. What? Yeah. So,
yep.
Anyway.
So, but yeah, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you're excited too.
In
fact,
better be.
Yeah, and if you're local, if you're close enough to come and you haven't thought about coming to this race this weekend,
you definitely should.
You should. We're going to talk about it and tell you all kinds of fun reasons why you should.
We are.
It often gets overlooked because it's not the big show.
It isn't. Track. It's the amuse-bouche. I think we said that last year.
Yeah.
Or Mario Kart.
Yes, or Mario Kart.
It's basically Mario.
I enjoyed. There were some suggestions online of other times of the year to have it, and one of them was as the season closer.
Interesting.
And so that it would be the finale, and so we'd have the Indy 500 in May, and then have it as the finale. Which I understand scheduling wise, it works better in May, and it will probably always stay in May.
Sure.
Because otherwise, it's not the month of May; it's just 2 weekends. So.
Right.
But I did enjoy the idea of the the final race of the championship being at IMS.
I really like that.
Just since it is the most well-known track on the circuit, and you can at me if you want, but prove that it's not.
Yeah. Also, it would work now with NASCAR moving the Brickyard to the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah.
So.
And we're done well before the Red Bull Air Race. So.
I think the only big conflict would be Colts. And I just don't have their calendar in my mind.
And some people actually mentioned that they should make sure that it's scheduled on an away game weekend.
Yeah.
So that local people... Yeah, no, somebody already... It was a great thread I read through, and I'm like, nice. Okay. I'm like, you people get it.
And now, which platform was this thread on?
This was on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was on Facebook.
Okay.
The one that I was sending you some gems from, because somebody had posted, am I the only one that doesn't like the INDYCAR Grand Prix? And... as it turned out, for the most part, that person was the only one. There were a few others that agreed.
They were, in fact, the only one.
But yeah, there were lots of good, suggestions of, of things, different
ways
things
to kind of maybe
ways to have it be better, etc. One of my favorite comments was they could have a race in a Walmart parking lot, and I would watch it.
That was a great one.
I was like, I'm here for you.
Yes.
And then.
Stop it. I already know which one you're going to show me.
Yeah, it's just the best burn. The best burn of the week. So somebody said, everyone's entitled to an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If I was setting the schedule, IndyCar would only race on ovals, and they'd be almost entirely 1.5 miles or longer. And another person commented back, maybe Tony George is looking for a girlfriend.
Stop it.
Oh, it's so funny. And that's a solid burn.
It's a solid burn. Although,
it's great.
I do appreciate ovals more than road courses, but I believe we really, really learned to appreciate and like road courses the more you go
really
to.
Have.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy road courses. I'm glad that we have them.
Yes.
But, ovals still are my favorite, but I wouldn't want an only oval season.
No.
I like to mix it up.
I am with you on that one.
But yeah, and also, they could race in a Walmart parking lot. I'd show up.
I'd still watch it. I would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. So, well, speaking of that, we are going to run through some news.
Yeah, we forgot to warm up the tires.
Yeah,
We just blew
We didn't
the-
even do an install lap. We just
went, choop,
hit
we
it.
got it. The setup is right. We rolled
we did it like
off
we do
fast.
a road trip.
We rolled out fast.
Yeah, we did it like we do a road trip. Just load it up and let's go.
Yeah.
There's no install. There's no initial gas station. You know, some of y'all, you get on the road, but the first thing you do is stop at the gas station.
No.
No, we've already hit the gas station.
Yeah, that's just silly.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I'm judging you. I'm
All of
judging
you.
all of you.
So yeah, we got some news, including our motorsports pit stop.
Yep.
We've got the woman of the week, Miss Arlene Hiss.
And then, as we've been talking about, we're going to preview the INDYCAR Grand Prix.
You're damn right.
And then just some fun, interesting timeline of like a very basic timeline because nobody can quite do this very infamous area justice. But let's talk about the snake pit for shit we didn't make up.
I mean, I always love a good discussion on the snake pit.
I just love the snake pit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for those people.
I know you are. It's good. All right. On
Now,
to the news.
The AFP,
Or
aka
The nubbin. Which, please start calling it that,
yes,
people.
hashtag the nubbin.
Please. Yes. Hashtag the nubbin. I feel like the has to be part of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's the nubbin.
It's the nubbin. No G.
Yeah, no.
I wanna be-
Nubbin. The
Yes.
nubbin.
The nubbin. So they are moving it up. It was supposed to be debuted during the
Go ahead.
500, but now it will be at the INDYCAR Grand Prix. And it was on for the rookie refresher ROP thing.
It was indeed. And I would just like to say, because there were a few different people, you included, although you weren't hateful about it, but there were a few people who wanted to argue with me because I said, because they had advertised that it was going to be on for practice,
Mhm.
or for the open test on the 24th, and then for the 500.
Yes.
And somebody said, so the first race will be on the 500. And I said, no, the first race will be the GP. And they said, no, they're not saying that. I said, they're not going to bolt it to the car and then take it off. I guarantee it. And so all of you people who wanted to argue with me, eat crow.
Hey, man, I stand corrected.
I say, I'm not saying eat crow to you because you were fine, but
I mean, I'm glad that they moved it up. Although I don't know if it was the nubbin exactly or not, but Connor had like a weird wind buffeting issue.
he did.
And so they actually had to install like a semi-wind screen. But I don't know if that would have been the nubbin's fault. I feel like
I mean, it could have been. It can affect aerodynamics.
it probably was a contributing factor.
Mm.
But I don't know.
Maybe not the only factor.
Not the only factor.
I
But
wonder if maybe his fit in the seat isn't right.
That might have been
where he
probably
is,
where it
his
was.
height is.
Yeah. That's all right, though. That Andretti Autosport were already like, cool. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Windscreen.
Zoom, zoom,
Ready to go.
done.
And he finished his refresher test. So
Like an episode of Home Improvement.
Yeah,
IndyCar Improvement.
it's the Andretti Autosport mechanics. They had it done.
Yeah, they don't play games.
Welcome to really good equipment, Connor. Don't mess it up.
Right?
Don't mess it.
Aero change for the speedways.
Excuse me, I'm still getting over something. So they've kind of tweaked the kit. So they added the rear wicker, and it kind of looks like it's a little bit more rounded, almost like an
Yeah.
ice cream scoop. So it can add, and you can choose 50, 100, or 150 pounds of downforce. So that's new for the Aero for the super speedways, and then they put like a notch in the front wing, and that just helps the airflow. So they're hopeful it will increase the amount of passing because they're like, well, there wasn't a lot of passing last year, and I'm like,
Oh.
false.
God,
False.
how many fucking times do we have to have this conversation?
First of all, who went from I don't know 31st
Mhm.
to fourth?
27 spots.
Do you not pat? How do you get that far without pat? At one point, he passed 8 people on the out. And I'm just no.
Again, how many fucking times do
I
we
just-
need to have this conversation? Like, I'm so yes.
I just
So
angry.
over people saying there wasn't passing last year.
I will-
Did you watch the race? Because it doesn't seem like you did.
I will face punch somebody.
That's like me being assigned to do a book report on Old Yeller, and I come in and saying they all lived happily ever after.
Man, that dog
And
is
the dog
awesome.
was on the Christmas card that year. Like,
Obviously.
obviously you weren't paying attention.
Anyway, just makes me cranky.
Ugh,
So
I'm with you.
I mean, sure, maybe it will increase.
Yeah, but don't say there were no passes.
Yeah, and it was also kind of a change after they tested with the new resurfacing and kind of Firestone
Yeah.
finagled. So it's for a lot of things, but that was part of it. And I was like, I will lose my shit.
That will cut somebody.
I will just start screaming and throwing.
Monkey in a cage.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna happen.
Full on monkey in a
You
cage.
know it happens. It just always happens.
I mean, it does.
Mhm.
Well, is Porsche gonna be our new outside engine manufacturer.
Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows anymore. I just,
No one knows.
maybe we'll know in May. Maybe not.
Didn't they have, or was it BMW that had hesitation, or was it Porsche that had hesitation because we aren't moving towards like a hybrid green series?
Well, I don't know.
Anyway, one of them that's suspected to be a contributing factor. Because,
It might have been Porsche because as I first put this on here, somebody else was like, "It's not going to be Porsche." It's probably Porsche then.
Okay, yeah, I think it was Porsche because they work in sports cars and do other things, and and they do work with like hybrid and more green cars, and well, and honestly, I mean those things are very good, and I appreciate the advancements with that, but we're just not to a place where we're ready for that in IndyCar.
No, I don't. That's what Formula E is for.
Yeah.
So cool. We'll get involved with that then.
Yep.
We'll figure it out. Let's see. The 500 entrant list was released. There was a couple of
immediately in addition.
Yes.
Immediately, Junko said,
"Oh, Kyle Kaiser.
Shazam! We have a driver too."
It's not TBA. It's Kyle Kaiser. So Kaiser's driving for Juncos in the 500, which everybody was like,
assuming that
it will be Kyle.
He's got such a good head on his shoulders.
He's a very nice individual. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah, we ran into it at Long Beach. And he's just a sweetheart. I really like him.
I can't remember who the other TBA is.
Well, if Foyt is doing a third, but
no, they didn't have a third.
Even have it listed on there. It was Schmidt Peterson.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's right because
and it was a weird number.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because it's not 7 anymore because Ericsson has 7 because they retired 6.
And it won't be Jay Howard.
Really?
Yes. That came out that Howard will not be driving the Schmidt car.
Is he trying to find out with anybody else that you know?
Nope. I don't think he has it put together for a ride.
Oh, that's too bad. I was going to enjoy talking to him more about DMX.
I know. It's kind of one of my favorite conversations.
I know. I really enjoy Jay Howard. Like, I mean, he's...
Yeah.
He runs the 500. He's run the 500 a couple times, but he is a fun guy.
He really is.
He really is. That was a great conversation. I could go out and grab a couple beers and chat with him for hours.
I think so. Definitely.
He's fun.
Yeah. And it also looks like Harding won't be running that second car, which it's kind of was slowly the
assumed.
Yeah. They're like, we're gonna do 2. And Michael Meyer Shank Racing.
Yes.
That also kind of fell through.
Oh, that's right, because we were hoping for maybe Catherine Legg.
Yeah, because that was kind of a big.
Yeah, that was a big
thing.
Big thing.
So I think. Well, it won't let me open sometimes my Excel on my computer. I was gonna pull open the list. I think we're at 36. Yeah, we are. So we're gonna have 3 people.
3 people are going home.
Going home after the semi-big show.
Yep.
So yeah, let's see.
So that's interesting. So that means there's only going to be 6 people that take a shot in the race for last place on Sunday.
Yeah.
Qualifications weekend. So so it's just going to be 6 runs.
Yep, 36. Okay.
Yeah. So interesting. So there's 6 runs, and then the 9 runs for the Fast 9, which they only get 1 shot that day too.
Yes.
Again, I would enjoy at least 2.
Yeah. At least for the race to last place ones.
Yeah.
Because then you kind of get a little bit more of a, he's going to try out. He's going to try it again. But I think for that one, you have to wipe your time away if you're going to try it again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that would, okay. That's our idea, but feel free to use it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people have already said it. I don't know why I was like, that's our idea. Anyway. So we'll see. We're coming up on that time soon.
Yeah. Exciting.
All right. Let's do this Motorsports pit
stop.
Thank you.
All right. You get the F1.
All right.
Because you pronounce the names better.
Well, that's dangerous. Formula One, the INDYCAR Grand Prix happened. Valtteri Bottas for Mercedes was first. Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes was second. And third was Sebastian Vettel for Ferrari. And then the standing is actually that. Bottas, Hamilton, and Vettel. So that's a little... Up next, the Spanish Grand Prix.
All right. In NASCAR, they were just in Dover.
They were.
The results, first place, Martin Truex in a Toyota. Second, Alex Bowman in a Chevy. And third, Kyle Larson, also in a Chevy. The standings are currently Kyle Busch, Toyota, Joey Logano with Ford, and Kevin Harvick, also in a Ford. Up next, Kansas.
You have to do NHRA.
I mean, I do. NHRA, the Arby's NHRA Southern Nationals. Is Arby's even originally a Southern food chain?
I don't. My father used to work in an Arby's back in Bloomington when
He would
he was in
know.
college, but
He would know.
he is not here on this
He's
episode.
not. Well, you know what? Either way, Arby's is delicious, so
So,
good for you.
yeah.
And
here
the
for an Arby.
results, Top Fuel was Steve Torrance. He is killing it this season.
He is.
Funny Car was Ron Capps. Pro Stock Motorcycle, Andrew Hines. And Top Alcohol, Julie Natas.
Yeah.
So the current standings, in Top Fuel, Steve Torrance, because he's won pretty much every damn race.
Yeah, I feel like it.
Funny Car, Robert Height. Pro Stock, you might have forgotten about him, but I didn't. My favorite, Bo Butner. And Pro Stock Motorcycle, Andrew Hines. So, very interesting. You didn't list the who the Top Alcohol is.
I didn't.
That's okay.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, you know what? They've had a variety of different winners, so
Yeah.
I say it could really be anybody.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got the Virginia Nationals.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Also, I do want to clarify that there were multiple 4 white nationals held in April.
Oh, good. Okay.
So that's why we were like, why are there
right.
so many 4 wide? And I
Thank
actually
you.
looked it up and I was like, okay. There's like
I was like,
couple.
I've talked about this for weeks.
Yeah. No. I was like, am I?
Yeah.
What's happening? So no, there are a couple.
Which, speaking of things that we messed up in the past, I also want to say we both realized that our microphones were too close to us 2
Yes.
weeks ago. And so
You're
for all of you that
so
could
welcome to hearing
hear
us breathe.
breathing, yeah, really sorry about that.
So, and also, I've still got like a weird head cold thing. So enjoy. What? Sorry, my family is blowing up my phone and I need them to stop.
Yeah, I said it's not the pain tour because my phone's not going off. So.
Nope, it's just family. All right, and new addition to the Motorsports pit stop, Helliker, the W Series.
The W Series, which we got to chit chat with Shay Holbrook a little bit down in Barber and say hey to her.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
That was very fun. So they
Yeah.
were in Hockenheim, Germany for their very first race. So the results were Jamie Chadwick in first, Alice Powell came in second, and Marta Garcia was in third.
all right.
Of course, for our American ladies, Sabra was 13th and Shay was 16th, actually. Not the greatest race for our 2 ladies.
No, and Sabra had posted about her weekend and said it wasn't what they were hoping
Kind of were all
for,
hoping,
but,
yeah.
they.
Thanks, Herman. And then, of course, the standings are the same as this is the first race. And in 2 weeks, they will be in Belgium.
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, again, we've said all along, we will wait and see.
We'll see what's going to happen.
So we will do that.
Did you see that article? I don't know what fucktard wrote it, but or what? I'm sorry. No, it wasn't a fucktard who wrote it. The article was perfectly fine. The writing of the article. But the statement given was an old guy who basically said that like women weren't physically fit enough to be in F1,
yeah, I
that
saw
it wasn't
that.
in our in
Yeah,
our DNA,
whatever.
that we weren't ruthless enough or competitive enough. And I'll tell you what, I wish my dad was alive to argue that point with anybody who feels that way, because he will let you know that, like, if we just look at biology, we just look at animals in general, in most species, actually in mammals, humans are the only species of mammal where the female is not considered to be the most aggressive.
I would believe that, yes.
And my dad, as a police officer, will say that it applies in humans too.
It applies.
Because the last time that he attempted to take a weapon from a woman was the last time that he ever did that.
Yep.
He would call for backup from a female officer because he was like, nope.
This isn't happening.
Nope. Ladies fight dirty.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. Absolutely we do.
No, he almost got like sliced wide open. It was a wild night.
Oh.
He was wearing a leather coat and layers and things, but yeah.
Nice. Well, not nice, but thank goodness.
But yeah, he was like, no, it's true with humans too.
It is actually, in fact, true with humans.
So yeah, actually, no, I think the women are plenty competitive. So, but yeah, what? I was like,
idiot. Get out.
Yeah.
Leave.
Moron.
I don't know what you need to leave, but just leave the planet.
Oh, which I learned. Did you know the difference between an idiot and a moron?
I think it's actually an IQ level. Idiot used to be a designation.
Well, not that way.
Oh.
Like Webster's. So like an idiot is someone who doesn't know any better.
Okay.
A moron is someone who does know better and just chooses to act dumb. So for that guy, I'd be like, he's a moron.
He is a moron.
Like, there's plenty of evidence to the contrary.
you
You're a
just want to
moron.
be. No, I have my blinders on. Ladies can't
Anyone
do
think of saying,
anything. No.
No girls allowed in my treehouse.
It's the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Exactly.
Uh.
Well, on that note,
Speaking of ladies.
speaking of ladies, our woman of the week.
Arlene Hiss. Now, Arlene, Miss Hiss, it's a very interesting story, and I put it in here because I think it kind of talks about sometimes the women's history is not a easy history. So she was a dance teacher from California. She started racing first in 1965. She was actually the first woman to be granted a competition-level license by USAC.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so she started racing in California with the SCCA. She actually won 2 championships out there. And in 1974, she was the most outstanding woman driver, which, I mean, okay, but really? Did you have to include the title woman? But
Right.
what's more important is she decided that she was going to race in the 500.
1976.
In 1976. So she underwent her intent, and INDYCAR was like, cool, but you need to get some experience. So she had 2 private test sessions on ovals. Her times were fast for that track, but not fast enough for Indy. So like, cool. Well, USAC, I think at the time it was USAC. USAC was like, compete in her first 2 races. So first race was Phoenix. She started 21st and she finished 14th. She actually is the first woman to start a USAC race.
That's fantastic.
At some point, she realized her time was slower, so she took the higher line to kind of let those faster cars go past, as you should. But the officials black flagged her, thinking she was tired. She came in. She's like, no, I knew I was slower.
Like, I'm trying to do the...
Like, I'm trying to be like the cool thing, like here.
Yeah, like get around me without risking wrecking your shit.
Right, which is smart, by the way.
It's courteous as well.
Yeah, so they're like,
It's very sportsmanlike.
Okay, cool, you can go back in. But of course, drivers were cranky pants.
And drivers are always cranky pants.
Like, first of all, drivers are always cranky pants, and second of all, at that time, all the male drivers are like, no, lady. What if
He-Man woman haters.
What if she has her menses in the middle of a race?
Right. It's gonna attract bears.
Thank you. You I was right there, and I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely not true.
No, it does not attract the bears.
Oh.
I mean, I've not tested it.
Oh. You know what? It doesn't attract sharks either.
No.
I've tested that on a shark feet scuba dive.
There you go. It wasn't peer reviewed, but I'm okay with it.
I mean, I'd say it's pretty solid evidence.
No, I would agree. So
No, it was not peer reviewed.
It's just one of my favorite things to say, but was it peer reviewed? She ultimately did withdraw her application and never really tried again. This was also the first year that Janet Guthrie attempted, but USAC just rejected her application outright because her stuff was more sports car at that time. And
Gotcha.
Like,
so she wasn't. They were like, no, you're not
yet.
even. They're like, okay, this person at least does a little bit of this, and
Like,
we're
but-
making her do a few races, but
no, thank you.
but they didn't outright reject her the next year.
They did not. Yay! Which that 30 for 30 is gonna be so cool.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, ESPN's doing a 30 for 30 on Janet Guthrie.
I think it's just all about that her quals.
Her quals, yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so cool.
Very cool. Which, yeah, we actually saw that on social media, which we're on social media, so you should make sure to check us out. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat on race weekends and things.
If your phone connects.
If my phone connects, which, we should just stop. I'm just going to stop advertising Snapchat because, my phone doesn't have signal anywhere. It's AT&T and it sucks. But you can find all of our social media. You can connect to us, and you can read Molly's blog, and you can even listen to our podcast or connect with the different podcasting host sites directly from our website, which is www.fastcarsfastgirls.com. So check it out. Like, rate, review.
Subscribe. Download it on other people's phones.
Yeah. Do whatever it takes, man.
Every computer at the library, just download it. It's fine. We're pretty much library appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's fine.
All right. Well,
So
it's a big weekend coming up.
it is the INDYCAR Grand Prix.
So exciting. So obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but we are at the IMS for May. It's the month of May. But this race uses the road course. The 2.439 miles. So close to 2.5.
So close.
So close. It's 14 turns. They actually run the opposite direction than what they do for the 500. So turn 1 for the road course is about turn 4.
Yeah.
For the 500. So
It's before turn 4,
it's like,
but yeah.
Squiggle.
It swirls around, yeah.
So that's why a lot of people, me included, like to use road course turn 1 and then just turn 1 for the 500 turn 1.
Because
naturally.
Turn 1 is turn 1.
Turn 1 is turn 1.
And it is capitalized.
It is.
The T is capitalized. So
yes. It also does utilize the front stretch.
Yeah.
Again, but they run the opposite direction. And there's a moment where you're like, they're going the wrong way.
It's a little weird, yeah. But I'll tell you what, sitting in standard turn 4, any of those seats, fantastic, because you get to see the long straightaway where they get a bunch of speed, then a huge brake zone. So this is why I say it looks like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Is because they're all just slamming on the brakes and trying to pass people and seeing who can brake later to get around. And it's wild.
People go airborne.
And turn 1 of every race this weekend, turn 1 of lap 1.
It's going to be
wild.
Yeah. Just wild.
Plus, it's been a month since they were on track.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been a month since Long Beach. How is that even possible?
First of all, it doesn't even feel like it's been a month.
No.
Who knows?
Well, it does when I remember that I haven't been in the tanning bed since we got back and I see how pale I am, but that's the only way.
Is that how you judge the passage of time?
Yeah.
Okay.
That and...
Well, yeah.
No, I was going to say that and do I need to shave my armpits? Do I need to shave my legs? Oh, okay. Yep. Nope. It's been a week since I did that. Okay.
No, that's what I was giggling at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nope. The growing of hair.
Yep.
Yes.
So the INDYCAR Grand Prix drivers will do 85 laps. It's a total of 207.315 miles.
Okay.
Willie P owns a lot of records for this race.
Damn right he does.
First one, lap record, 2017 qualifying, where he hit 129.687 miles per hour. Most wins as a team, Team Penske with 4. Most wins as a driver, Will Power with 3. This will be the 6th running of the race. Mm-hmm. So he has won over half of the races right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, sure has. In 2016, the pole went to Pagano, who also won the race.
Yep.
Castroneves came in second. Hinchcliffe came in third.
Yep.
2017, Power got the pole. Power's always on that pole. He also won. Dixon came in second. RHR came in third. 2018, Power got the pole. Power won. He did a sweep of May that year.
He swept the May.
Yep. Dixon came in second that year as well. Wickens came in third.
I remember that.
That was a great race.
It was a good race for Wiki. Yeah.
I mean, except that, it was Power and Dixon in front of him. There was a minute where it's like, oh, is he going to pull this off? And then you see the powerhouse in front. It's like, I mean, it must say it's not possible, but if he does, there's not a person in here who's not going to be damn impressed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was such a good race last year.
That was a great race. Not for RHR. He had an unfortunate race. So I hope he does better because, so he did well in 2017. And so, every other.
Yeah. I almost put him for my first out, but I was like, I don't want to put that sort of evil on RHR.
I thought the same thing. And yeah.
I'm like, that's not fair to Ryan.
Right.
He's a nice guy.
Well, and, with his races, it tends to be, it's not usually a couple in a row that he has bad luck. There's usually one or two good ones in between.
That's
and so
true.
I kind of feel the same way with, with the finishes. Same as Hinch for the 500.
Yes.
It's like every other year is shit, but then the next year he comes back and
he comes back and he's like, surprise, did you forget about Hinch?
I'm going to take this track and make it my bitch.
Oh, so what are you excited about?
I'm excited about so many things. I actually, I wish that I would have thought of this on April 30th, because since the race is on the 10th, I thought how fun would it have been to do each day a top 10 reasons you should go to the INDYCAR Grand Prix.
That's very nice. Yes.
So instead, I will just list a few.
That's good because it's only not that many days.
Yeah, it's not that many days away. I mean, I thought about it Sunday, and I was like, so next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I could do 5, and I was like, no. No. So, a couple things. Number one, if you come to the Indy 500, you've never been to the Grand Prix, you should definitely come because it's a very different feel. It actually feels more like typical IndyCar road races.
Yes.
So, if you're somebody that doesn't come to the Indy 500 because you don't like crowds, this is the race for you. This is the race for you. This is what most of the races that we go to town for feel like.
Yes.
It's got not the huge 350,000 people in one space kind of atmosphere. So you can easily peruse gift shops. You can get food without waiting in line for too long. There's not usually a line for any bathrooms.
Yes.
If you have, occasionally.
Well, just saying as women, we're like, eh.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But yeah. It's a great weekend to bring your kids.
Yes.
On Friday, kids get in for free, 15 and under.
I plan to lie about my age.
What'd you-
No, I don't recall if they do on Saturday
Yeah,
or
I
not.
don't remember if they do or not.
I don't know. We don't have kids. So.
Yeah,
But there's
don't
the
have
track
kids.
walk Saturday.
But there is the track walk Saturday, and so yeah, after the race, they open up the gates and you get to walk along the track. So
it's kind of fun.
it's very fun, and they do that, a couple other races, but it's not something that you get to do at the 500. And
No.
so there's a lot of, cool opportunities and things that you can have this weekend that you don't get 500
Yes.
weekend, just because there's so many people that you kind of have to, decide where you're going to spend your time. It's like when you go to an amusement park and you say, okay, we only have so much time to wait in line for rides. I got to pick my top 3. I can't ride all 20 of them.
Yes, I won't have time.
Yeah, and so this is a day you can ride all the rides.
All of them.
You can ride all the rides. So
All the rides.
and it just gets you giddy and ready for the 500.
It
Maybe,
really does.
I'm not ever going to go to the GP and say that I prefer it to the 500. I'm just not. I'm not going to go to any race that I prefer to the 500.
No.
The 500, yeah, has a special place in my heart. But it's a great race to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And some people said the course is kind of boring and things.
Meh.
And it's not the most interesting course, sure, but there are a lot of areas to pass, and so that makes for an interesting race, even if it's not the most interesting layout.
Agreed.
So, yeah. What about you? What are you excited about?
Well, I think I've said it a lot about this race. I enjoy the atmosphere, this almost carnival type atmosphere with people being on the mounds, with it being, more not that the 500 isn't family and kid friendly, but
not all areas of it are.
No.
Like, you're not going to take your kids to the snake pit.
No.
Well, you can't. It's
well, there's
state
the whole
rule.
thing.
But yeah, it's there are
State law.
State law. But there are certain infield areas that are less family friendly than
Yes.
others for the 500.
and
even certain stands.
Yeah.
But you don't really have that with the Grand Prix.
You really don't. And the whole use of the mounds is probably one of the most exciting things that I really appreciate that the track does.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great idea. It was Beth Bowles' idea.
It sure was.
It's perfect. Because the mounds are GA. You kind of just camp out at the mounds, grab a blanket, grab a chair, grab your cooler, and sit and watch the race. There's screens for all mounds.
There are screens for all the mounds, and on IndianapolisMotorSpeedway.com on their website, there's an FAQ where it tells you what all's allowed and what's not. So your cooler's 14 by 14 by 18,
there you go.
No glass bottles.
No glass.
That's the only rule.
So there is but one rule at the track: no glass bottles.
Glass. But you can bring in a camping chair.
Yes,
that's
we
allowed.
have
you
the
can bring in a
camping
blanket.
chairs.
Yeah, we brought camping chairs with us last year.
Yeah.
And so you can set those up on the mounds. I mean, it's fantastic.
It's just fun because it's the 500 is pageantry and a very big event.
And it's tradition, and it's
the Grand Prix. It's more relaxed and fun. You're just here to watch a race, enjoy it. I mean, it's a great race. There's a lot of opportunities, so that's always fun. Plus, this year will be the first time ever that my mother ever goes to an INDYCAR event.
Yeah, I'm
so
excited.
They are only going Friday because Mom was like, I don't want to go for a race, and I was like, that's fine. Friday you have to stay at least for quals.
Yeah.
So I'm secretly excited to see what she likes, what she doesn't like. Like talking with her afterward, I think is gonna be very interesting.
I am too. I kind of wish. I wish my mom wasn't going to be out of town then, because we could say if she was in town, I'm sure I could talk her into coming too.
Oh yeah.
She's never been to the Grand Prix.
I mean, it's a great race to have her come to. I was like, no, this is actually like the Friday before the Grand Prix. If you've never been to an IndyCar event, it's a perfect time to go.
It is. Well, especially since your dad's trying to talk her into coming to, an on-the-road race. This is a great place for her to check it out and make sure that she doesn't hate it.
Well, I don't ever think she will go to an on-the-road run.
So either.
The only one I probably could have talked her into was St. Louis. Only because I was like, well, it's a Saturday one. You can stay at a hotel. There's a casino. And just, it's St. Louis is only 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we'll see. We will see. We'll have to follow back up on what my mom thought about the.
Yeah.
We'll
have to do a live video with her.
I think so.
Yeah. I want her fresh, raw.
I'm both nervous and excited to see what she thinks.
Yeah.
I have a fear that she's gonna be like, this is the worst thing ever. I'm admitting all of you to inpatient.
But that doesn't mean she'll feel like that her whole life, because I have friends that in the past have said that no, they don't want to go, they don't care about it, or they've gone and they didn't really like it. And then, for instance, one of my friends, the first time that we went, I don't think she paid any attention to any part of the race at all. Granted, we were in those super shitty seats, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then she's gone since then. It was kind of like 50-50. And then this year asked me if we had extra tickets. So
Yeah.
sometimes things grow on people. So.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. She's the wild card.
She is the wild card.
All right. I think we got to make calls.
All right. Let's do it.
Who do you got for first?
So first, I'm saying Dixie.
Oh, okay.
Because he's been doing better this season on the front end than he typically does.
That's
so
true.
that warming up is happening quicker. So
It is.
I think he's about to bust out.
All right. I picked Padge.
Nice.
I picked Simon.
You know that'll make me happy. So.
Well, that's not why I picked him.
I know.
But he's won it a few times. I think he's kind of at that point where he needs to put up the results. And unlike who I picked for my last out, I think Simon has the maturity and the ability to be like, all right, Simon, this is him talking to himself. Let's do this. You can do this. You've won this race before. You know how to do it. It's Penske. Let's go. Vive la France.
And then you wink because you're French.
And then you wink because you are French.
Yeah.
Top 5?
I actually had Simon for top 5.
Okay.
So, but I think you're absolutely right. He's had some unlucky things this season and just some things not go as planned. But yeah, I think that this is a race that he's going to be real strong in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I picked Will Power for top 5 because I'm not a damn idiot.
Right.
I mean,
your mama didn't raise no fool.
She did not raise no fool. Okay. I was like, I don't want to put him for first because that seems too easy. I feel like top 5.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
I tried really hard not to pick him because I was like, it's just not even.
I know.
It feels like cheating.
It's like
but we don't have any rules here, so.
But it's kind of like picking Dixon too. You're like,
I
know. Who'd you pick for top 10?
Hinch.
Okay, I'm here for the Hinch.
Yeah. Wild card. Is Castro Nevis running in the GP this year?
Usually he runs both May races. He should be running.
Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah, I just can't remember if we got an official, but yeah, because he does usually do both May
races.
Does.
He does the May races. Yeah.
Yeah. Penske can afford it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Roger's like, it's fine.
Right.
Let him race.
So yeah, so I had Hinch. Who you got in top 10?
I picked Colton Herta.
Ooh.
Well, he was quick, and the rookie, they had like the non-official Honda test on the road course, and he was actually quickest. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's done well.
Yeah, and didn't he do well in the Freedom 100 last year too?
I believe he won it.
Okay, I was like, I'm pretty sure he won.
Yes, he did win that one. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So
he'll be like, hello, old friend, to that straightaway.
Hello.
We're going the other direction, but
it'll be fun.
I'm gonna go just as fast.
Me and my taco car. I don't know if it's the taco car or not. I'm just calling it the taco car.
Right. We never did get any King Taco because the line was ridiculous, which means that place must have been good. But
yeah, I mean, I just sometimes I don't want to wait in a line like that.
Yeah, nope.
Every time I was like, nope,
not doing it.
I'm sure it's great, but I'm lazy.
Yeah. So my first out is Graham Rahal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, well, inconsistency. And I just feel like, I don't know. I just felt like picking Graham.
Sometimes you just go.
Just gotta go with your gut.
Yep, this is the one.
Yep. So, I think Graham, either mechanical gremlins or more likely he's gonna spin out.
Yeah. God.
There's gonna be some issue that is decidedly not his fault.
Yeah.
That he will then bitch about
forever.
For the rest of May until qualifications weekend when he finds something new to bitch about.
Yes. But every practice. I mean, he's such a nice guy, but damn it, man.
Miss Abby doesn't understand you when you talk like that. You need to use a human voice.
Yes.
That's what I would say if he was a child that I babysit.
I don't know what you're saying when you talk like that.
Something wrong with Miss Abby's ears, and when you whine, I can't understand what you're saying, so I'm going to need you to talk like a normal human. Feel free to go to your room and take a minute if you need to.
You're an adult driving a very expensive car very fast. Please act like one.
God.
Just
the level of just whininess. I can't. Like, if I was his engineer and had to hear that, he would get out of the car and I'd be like, come here.
Stop it.
Smack him.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Who you got for first out?
Well, we actually had a slight discussion about this.
I know. So I almost picked this person.
I picked I'm going to get...
It's not because you want it to happen.
Thank you, because as soon as I say this name, people everywhere will scream.
Uh-huh.
I picked Veach because...
I get it.
He's not had the greatest year
He's
so far, and I think kind of similar to the rationale behind Simon, Zach knows he's got to put up. And, given his bad luck, and it's been like off-roading bad luck, not like weird other issue bad luck.
Yeah, he's AT Beach.
He's AT Beach now, and AT Beach is going to push it too hard and hit the wall beach. And he's going to be out.
He gonna stuff it.
He either going to stuff it, something going to happen lap 1, turn 1, and I don't want it to happen, but
But yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's that gut feeling. You're like, I gotta go with it.
Well, he just hasn't had that great of a season, and then every time he tries to push it,
he forgets where the track is.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go mushroom hunting. I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting. So we shall see how he does.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see. Well, as far as our
drinking game. Oh, what are you? So first of all, alcohol of choice.
Oh, you go first.
So I picked it up today. So when we were in Alabama, we found that very nice ciders.
Mm-hmm.
I've picked up the rosé cider and the peach type cider.
Oh, the Georgia peach one?
Not the Georgia peach one, but they're like the woodchuck had the rosé, but they also. Oh no, I'm sorry, pear.
Oh, where was it? Had the pear?
Meyer.
Your Meyer over here?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Oh, but I think the one out on Rockville Road had that one too, I think.
I bet they did.
Yeah.
I think if they had yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's right. Yeah, Meyer.
Because I don't know what vodka. I mean, as I thought about this, I know what vodka I should probably bring. I just haven't had the time to go and get it.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, my preferred vodka is Kettle One, but for a full day of drinking, it's unnecessary. Tito's is a good vodka.
Well, I mean, I'll probably end up getting some Hotel Tango, just because.
Oh yeah, support small businesses.
I went to school with the two that run it.
Yeah.
I went to school with I went to law school with like half of the staff there now. So.
Yeah.
And it's a veteran-owned distillery.
It is.
And I like their.
And their vodka's very good.
I was gonna say, and I like their shit, but I was like, I don't want it for like a full day drinking at the track. That's more like a pre-post party type vodka.
Gotcha.
So
yeah,
that might be just Tito's.
Yeah, I was actually thinking in depth last night about what I was going to bring, because I always have to think about what's going to be the easiest to transport.
Exactly.
And so, although I love those ciders, that's probably going to be like, I have a few, like it'll definitely be my roadie. I'll have a few for early on, but it's not going to be my all-day drink because I just am not going to want to carry around a cooler full of ice all day long.
That's true. I get that.
Yeah, and that's why I typically don't bring beer to the track. I'll drink beer. I don't want to fucking carry the heavy cooler all day long. Lug it up and down stands. No, thank you. So I will. It'll definitely be a vodka-based drink.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking last night. I don't know if you recall the year that I made that drink that tasted like the old Hawaiian Island Ice Tiger's Blood.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that because it doesn't have any carbonation in it, and that's clutch because
that is so clutch.
A lot of times I bring a backpack on days, and then I just make my drink into a 2-liter, in a 2-liter bottle, and then I just seal it up, and then all I need is a cup with ice. But if there's any carbonation, it jostling around the backpack, it's a whole thing. So yeah, I was actually thinking about that. And I was trying to remember what the recipe was because I remember most of it.
Well,
I know it was coconut rum, strawberry vodka. The drink was red, wasn't it?
It was like a dark red though, so it almost like there was like a purplish to it though.
Because I know.
It was a deep red, so
was. I think it was some. I think there was orange juice.
Yes.
And I think the red was grenadine, maybe.
Yes, because the orange juice would have changed the back. There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
No, I can't give you the. Parts to parts.
No, the ratios I'm good on.
Okay. I think that's it exactly.
I measure drinks like how I measure spices for when I cook. I don't. I just throw it in,
taste
it, and I'm like, nope, need a little more of this.
You could use a bit more garlic. Oh, wait, that's every day.
Every day.
All garlic.
So I was thinking about resurrecting that drink because I'll tell you what, it's damn delicious.
It's a really good drink. No, I remember that.
Yeah, you can drink it all day long, like that strawberry coconut kind of. I mean, it's like.
Well, I don't like rum, but it was a good drink.
Yeah.
But that's just.
Well, me. I mean, it's the coconut rum, so it's not a super high proof on that. Yeah. I prefer the clear rum, so it's right up my alley.
No. I mean, it was still good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's a great drink.
Just not your jam. So.
No, that's all right.
But yeah, so I'm thinking about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that happen by this weekend. So that might be more of
Quals.
carb day quals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, carb day for me is the plastic bottle of the margaritas.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and carb day always involves something to shoot. Oh,
Well-
God, that's right. I'm going to pick up a bottle of Fireball because it's not a race weekend if I'm not doing shots of Fireball somewhere in the stands. I mean, that is how I have kicked off May for a long time.
Yep.
With you specifically.
Yeah.
Um,
The install app of Fireball.
roll your eyes all you want.
I know people are like, what does Fireball taste like? Heat and regret and motor oil.
There's another one, by the way, that is a way higher proof that somebody had me try and didn't warn me. And Fireball, sure, it's whiskey. It's got a bit of a bite to it, but it's only 35%. It's not, you know, it's not a ridiculous amount of alcohol. This shit was like 55 or 60%.
Gosh.
Yeah, 55. It was 110 proof. And God in heaven, I felt like a fire-breathing dragon. The stuff was called Incinerator, and that was a very apt name.
Oh, Lord have
Very
mercy.
apt name. But, I mean, efficient.
Yes.
I'll say that. I mean, the same reason I drink 100 proof Hot Damn.
Right. If you
Is it not efficient? Well, you know what? I already have. There we go. That's 100 proof. I have that. It's sediment. I'll bring that. It's fine. Yeah.
For what?
To shoot
Okay.
instead of the Fireball.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, actually, it's supposed to be nice and cool this weekend. It's
Yeah.
like, never mind. It's not supposed to be 100 degrees. It's fine. All right. So, on to the drink in game.
The drinking game.
Yes.
So,
We had some input.
we did.
Thank you all on our Facebook group. Again,
appreciate you.
We thank you. So, if they show, so one year we decided at Indy for the Indy Grand Prix we would do a standing start, like they do in the Formula Ones.
Yeah.
It did not end well. It actually ended with our mayor at the time being injured, which is actually
I
like,
always forget that.
he's fine. He was fine, but it's one of my favorite facts to throw at me. Like, yeah, and it injured the mayor. When somebody brings it up, I'm like, and our mayor got injured. Mayor Ballard.
Yeah. One of our favorite mayors.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Anyway.
I love Mayor Ballard. And he's a Marine.
Yes, he's cool, and his wife is so adorable.
Oh my gosh, she's
Oh
fantastic.
my God, Winnie.
And I mean, both of them. I mean, but her especially, very intelligent. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Clutch people. So anyway, if they show the crash between Saavedra and Aloshin from the inaugural year, you take a drink. Thank you, Andy, from our Facebook group.
appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
Juliana, anytime they mention Will's May sweep last year, well, I already mentioned it once, so those of you playing at home, go ahead and take a drink.
Take a drink. If they talk about the guaranteed starting spot for the 500, this was from DJ. You got to take a drink.
Damn right. As a matter of fact, you should take 3 drinks for the 3 team owners who are petitioning for this.
Yes. Every time a team owner joins, you take another drink, which I think they're done because Michael was like, Nation, hear it. But Mario was like, I don't think so.
Mario came out and said, that's a bunch of bullshit. Hashtag fastest 33, bitches.
Mario and AJ both were like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. The 2 living legends looked around like, did you fall out of the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down, son?
Ladies, you want to take your skirts off and pretend like you were real drivers? Although that's the most sexist thing to say, but I really enjoy it.
I love saying take your skirt off. I know that it's sexist, and you can at me. It's fine.
I just don't
I'm
care.
not going to respond to it. But
yeah, like that's the thing. Like you can, I just will not respond to it.
It tickles me.
Yeah, it does. So if they talk about the starting, I like that. Starting spots, take 3 shots. If they talk about the 500, yeah, you're going to have to take a drink. Because it's not, it just, I feel sad for the IndyCar Grand Prix.
I know. It's like
I feel sad for them.
Yeah. It's like the last kid in a big family. They don't have a baby book. They don't have a scrapbook. Everybody's tired. Like,
nobody cares.
they don't have any clothes other their own. They just have hand-me-downs.
Just all hand-me-downs. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares. That's so depressing. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. I'm not the last child. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Although I was the last girl and the next one was a boy.
So kind of.
A little bit there.
But they're more than 5 years between, so you're really an oldest.
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
You're all technically, like, you all should behave like oldest
Well,
based on that book. But
technically, yeah.
you're the only one.
It was, in fact, Not the case.
Not the case.
Not the case. So
There's an
finish your
exception
drink.
to every rule. So anytime the 500 is mentioned. And then a finish your drink is when lap 1, turn 1 turns into Mario Kart. And that includes the Road to Indy races too, by the way.
Let's go ahead and just
don't think that this is just about IndyCar because we haven't seen the kiddos
for quite
for a
some
minute. They weren't at
time.
Barber.
No.
They weren't at Long Beach.
No.
So
The kiddos are back.
they're back. And so lap 1, turn 1 of any of the races
Yes.
this weekend. Second, finish your drink.
Mm-hmm. If Will or Simon wins, again. And you know what? Shout out to Amy, not Annie, and Juliana for the inspiration for that one.
Appreciate that. I will happily
finish
my drink.
If it's Padge, we're about to start partying wherever we are.
It's going down.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, I'll probably still be hungover for work on Monday if Padge wins.
I'm going to be starting speaking some French, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be bad. I will sing the French national anthem. Like, people be like, what the hell?
It's a beautiful national anthem.
I mean, it's very pretty.
It really is.
Just putting that out there. So there you go. We will put this out on our social medias. Usually, like the Friday before the race is when Thursday or Friday. It's scheduled to go out already.
Yep. Somewhere in there. So.
Yep.
All right. Now.
Shit we didn't make up. Oh, the snake pit.
Okay. So a bit of history.
You know, just a timeline and then just some chit chats about the snake pit.
Yeah.
So the term was first used in 1961 when I believe it's the Indy Star described the area in the southwest turn that had, and this is a quote, sunbathers, smoochers, and picnickers.
And so the southwest turn, that would be turn 1.
Yes.
Yep. Indy 500 turn 1. 1968. Pull day reference. The southwest turn police used the term snake pit. Damn, I'm upset my dad is dead for many reasons, but only because he was on IPD that year, and I would love to know who coined that term.
Right?
And why, because, well, I know why.
I mean,
I know why.
Yes. Some fun, not so fun moments in snake pit history. In 1970, one of those fools tried to get on the track.
That happened within the last 10 years as well.
There's a great video
Called The Drunkest Spectacle in Racing. It's not the one from 1970.
No, because this guy got a lot closer than the one recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will say that particular one, The Drunkest Spectacle in Racing, not safe for work. So put the headphones in before you listen to it at your desk. There's a lot of foul language, and that's coming from me.
Yeah, you're really gonna not want to put that on loud.
Yeah, but it's hysterical.
You need to look it up though. We should probably
tweet
it and find it.
Yes, 1970. Yeah, that guy got pretty close.
Yeah, very close. About 4 years later, police ended up using 36-inch billy clubs, riot gear, and they had grindles.
Yep, and dogs.
Well, grindles is what we call police dogs in my family.
German Shepherds.
German Shepherds. Yeah, because there was a riot that ensued between the police and the partiers.
So.
Yep.
In 75, the following year, cars were allowed to park in that area. Police had to use tear gas after someone threw a beer bottle at a police horse.
Who throws a beer bottle at a police horse?
To be fair, they probably weren't aiming for the horse.
I mean, I'm sure that they might have been.
I don't think so. I think that they probably just had bad aim.
Well,
because
that might be true.
what's funnier? Hitting a horse with a beer bottle? That's not funny at all. Knocking somebody off
Knocking
of a
somebody
horse
off the horse with a beer bottle? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm going to tell you, even if this person hated horses,
he was
the
aiming
better
for that
joke,
cup.
Yeah, he was aiming for the cup.
He was aiming for that cup. So, yeah. So, 1977, at one point, it was so hot that the participants stormed the fountain at the IMS Museum.
Now, you'll notice that this is 2 years after the police horse incident and 3 years after the riot year. And you might ask, why? How were they able to get over to the IMS fountain so quickly? How did that happen? Well, I'll tell you why. Because by that point in the snake pit, there was an understanding among the police and the participants of said snake pit. And that was, y'all are fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to let you guys handle it vigilante justice style.
Yes.
We're going to be here on the outskirts to protect the other people.
Yeah.
But, like, you stay in your area, we'll stay in ours. And they had a solid rule that they would not go in any less than 4 deep.
I mean, you had to.
If you were going in as a police officer, you went in 4 deep.
You had to.
And I mean, and you had to have somebody who was walking backwards too, because you couldn't just have your backs turned to people.
You had to do the diamond thing, like when they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up. And in one of these years, there were 2 rookie cops who. This is my favorite story from my dad. R.I.P. If he could tell it, it'd be.
I was also saying R.I.P. to the rookies.
Oh, R.I.P. to those rookie cops. I say no. Him telling the story was really.
Oh yeah.
Even funnier than me. But basically, a fight was breaking out, and they were going to go in to stop it. And my dad and another experienced officer advised against that and said, not fucking worth it. Like, they'll figure it out. And they're like, what if they have weapons? And they're like, but they don't have weapons now. You know, if they pull out weapons later, then we'll assess the situation then. But, you know, there's a crowd. They'll figure it out. Somebody's going to get their ass beat. The crowd will determine who that is. We do not need to be involved. The crowd will handle this.
Yes.
You know, judgment. We've got a judge, jury, executioner. Like,
let the snake pit handle the snake pit.
Yeah, like, justice will be severe. It's fine. And they insist on going in. The 2 experienced cops said, yeah, GFL. Good luck with that. And I think it was maybe 4 or 5 hours later, both officers were returned to the officers outside the snake pit wearing only their underwear and their own handcuffs.
Sounds about right.
They had been handcuffed. They had been stripped, had their badges, guns, radios taken, shoes, socks.
I just want to know, did the diplomatic envoy of the snake pit return the guns at some point?
No.
Oh God, they're gone.
Well, no, because that was back during the days where
that's true.
Like, if you got into a gunfight with a cop, vice versa, you know, if the court found in favor of the officer, then the court would let the officer take the weapon that the person tried to kill them with.
I remember that. Yes.
So it was very much a pride thing both ways, that if you whip somebody's ass, you took their weapon. So
they were like, no, you will not be getting these back.
Well, it was also prove I have it.
Who got it? Who got it though?
Yeah, like, you got probable cause to search me? You don't.
No, not everybody.
Because I'll tell you who's not saying a word. Those cops. Those rookie cops learned their lesson.
No, they ain't saying shit.
Oh,
God.
So yeah, so that is,
they just kind of let them handle them.
Yep. And so they stormed the fountain, and I'm sure nobody was excited about it, but
nobody was stopping them.
We've seen what can happen. So it was like, if all they want to do is get wet, then that's fine.
Yeah. So 1980 is kind of the moment where things started to change for the snake pit. There was a fatality because somebody doing donuts in their Jeep flipped the Jeep. I mean,
isn't that just natural selection?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to be real clear about that. Yes. Obviously, let's go ahead and just all know alcohol was involved.
Oh, at least.
The coroner took that blood and went, I don't even know what half of this is.
I mean, he smelled it and got high.
Yeah.
This hasn't even been invented yet. That was the day meth was invented.
There you go. We have found it.
I just want to know, like, how fucking stupid are you to do donuts in a crowded area? Can you even imagine anywhere?
Yeah.
That you could do
it
donuts?
It was only the guy driving the Jeep that was
he the only one who died? How did he not hit anybody else during the donuts?
I read that and I was like, really, the only fatality?
Yeah. So it had to be on a Jeep that had, like, the doors at the top came off.
Yeah, I think it was like the soft top, no door Jeep. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't the 80s
the only way,
Jeep. So.
Right. I'm like, because that's the only way that an 80s Jeep that you die if you flipped over.
Yeah. So after 1980, that was when the start of the attempted cleanup of the snake pit happened.
Yes.
So
in 81, they put a bleacher in turn 1.
Yes. And
horrible seats.
Yes. And as the people will do, they will move.
Yeah.
And they did.
They found a new party spot.
Turn 4.
Turn 4, bitches.
They said, okay. So they were in turn 4 for a while until 1999 when we had construction. And so turn 4 has now got part of the road, as we discussed.
Yes, and they did that for the for F1.
Yes, the F1 Grand Prix. So now turn 4 was changed, and so the snake pit moved to turn 3, and it kind of died away almost. Like it was still there for a while.
It was still there, but it wasn't as wild. It was a little more heavily policed and such. Yeah. And, so it kind of had died down. And now it's actually become a thing that the track actually advertises.
Yes. So 2010 was the first year they had the big Snake Pit EDM concert.
Yeah. And so now it's something that's advertised, and there's merchandise that says Snake Pit. And it's a very different Snake Pit than the Snake Pit of the 70s and 80s.
Oh, yes.
I will say, even with that Jeep fatality, in 1988, there were some Snake Pit partiers that flipped over a full-size van
Yes.
and lit it on fire.
Yes.
So the flipping of cars,
Has never stopped.
yeah,
No, that's part of the snake pit lore.
that's part of why they don't allow anybody to park in the snake pit
Yep.
anymore, is because, well, people can't be trusted not to flip their cars and set them on fire.
I believe at one point early on, very early on in this podcast, we said, you just can't trust IndyCar fans with anything that can be used as a blockade or a weapon.
Or a weapon. We will turn anything into a weapon.
Or we will flip
including a
cars.
blockade.
Yeah. Or we will flip a car over and make it a blockade.
Yeah. If you put a blockade up and it's just gates that can be moved, all you've done is arm your enemy.
Yeah, we will move the gates.
We will
En
take
masse.
them with us.
Yes. We will storm the Bastille.
Yes. Storm the castle.
So, the snake pit. I think anybody who has lived in or around the area has at least one family member who has been arrested from the snake pit. At least. You don't? I do.
Actually, amazingly, we have never had anybody in our family arrested at any point on race weekend.
I've got one.
Is it who I think it is?
Yeah. I don't think the other one's actually ever been.
Okay.
The older one has.
Yeah. I mean, I have other friends who have been arrested.
I mean, you know somebody.
Oh, yeah. I do
Everybody
know
knows somebody.
But amazingly, my family has not.
That actually doesn't surprise me.
I don't know. I'm pretty impressed by it.
I think because you guys have it on lock. That's the thing.
Well, that's true.
So.
That's true. Well, and yeah, we never were. Snake pit. I mean, we were never snake pit people. Like my brother went when he was in, like high school and college, but yeah, like my mom's side of the family, they weren't ever snake pit people. They were on the other side in the Southwest Vista, watching those people and laughing at them.
And going, huh?
The fuck is wrong with them?
What are they? What is this?
What is going on here?
Is this Caligula? Is this the end of the world as we know it?
Right. Well, and I'll tell you what, for years, my dad would not go to the 500 with us because he had such a bad taste in his mouth.
I get it.
After having to work it for so many years, that he needed to take some time away.
I get that. No, I 100% get that.
Oh yeah, because he just
no, thank you. No, thank you.
But then he did fall back in love with it.
It's okay.
Sometimes
you got to take that break if you had to work it.
It happens. Yeah.
Well, it's time to wave the white flag.
It's time to wave the white flag.
What you got?
I got 2 more days of work to work at the track. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Maybe just 1. Here's hoping for a slow Thursday. And yeah, I'm just excited. I mean, it's the month of May at our home track.
It is.
We get to see all kinds of awesome racing and get to do a lot of cool shit, and we still get to sleep in our own beds. So, the month of May has been
the best of both worlds.
It is, and it's been one of my favorite times of the year for just decades now. And I'm excited every year. So
yeah, it feels like it's time to kick it off.
It is.
We've had the month now without cars. We're now at our home track. Yep. Somebody at work said, "Aren't you busier in May?" And I said, "Yes, but at the end of the day, I get to come home. I get to sleep in my own bed. I get to use my own shower, my own everything."
Yeah.
So great racing, great facility, and yet my own bed.
And also anything I don't have to worry about. Oh, did I remember to bring this? I live here. It's fine.
I can just go get it. It's cool.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, and I say we actually, kind of kicked it off a little bit last weekend when we went to Rev.
That's right. How did we forget to talk about Rev?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was super cool.
It was really great. We enjoyed covering it. All of the videos and Insta stories are saved on our Instagram homepage.
They are, so make sure you check it out.
You can see all the cool stuff that we did, all the cool food that we ate.
Yes. Lots of good food, lots of good drinks.
It was a very cool event. Very, very neat to go around and try the different foods and see what driver wanted this food. And
each area you went had a different theme of music. And
yes.
The Maker's Mark area had a cool band playing, and then behind them on a huge big screen was just old Indy 500s. No sound on the races, but I mean, that was just cool. There's a band going to town. There's a great bar.
Yeah.
And then there's a
cars.
A huge, a huge screen with IndyCar races.
Oh, it was wonderful.
It was, with Indy 500 Indy 500 specifically, but yeah, no. So that was a very cool event.
That was a cool way. It's our first time there, so it was definitely our first time kicking off May like that.
Yeah, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's like we're ready. It's time to get this party started.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's also my white flags. We'll just combine them.
Sounds good.
Well, hopefully we see you guys at the track. Say hey.
Definitely
say hey.
Or take a creepy picture of us and tweet it to us.
Yeah.
because it makes us laugh.
It does. After we're like,
It creeped us out at first, but now we really enjoy it.
Now
so,
it's just
so
a thing.
if you take any sneaky pictures of us, just make sure you feel
Yeah.
free to tweet it at us.
feel free to tag us. Tag me in them pics.
Yeah, right. Tag your girls. You already know. So
All right.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your week, and hopefully we see you at the track.